Hey everybody, welcome back. That's another field done. We're going to run up the road a little bit and get the cultivator dropped off the next field we're going to do, but then we're going to head back to the farm because we've got some other work that we got to do and we need to stay on top of our own stuff. So I'll meet you back at the farm after I drop the cultivator off at the next field. Before we go, the farmer over here on this property actually asked me if I could plant it for him, so we picked up that contract as well. You can see up at the top right that we've got that picked up and that's waiting for us to finish. It's actually a familiar area for us. That's the field that we did the bale wrapping on just earlier this morning. We're going to pull up here and we're just going to drop the cultivator off on the side of the road, and we'll come back here later and we'll cultivate this field. That'll be a good contract for us, a good chunk of change. I also got a real big contract for cultivating, but I think we're going to hit that early tomorrow morning as long as the weather cooperates with us. I'll tell you what, I don't really mind a little bit of rain. This is nice and relaxing and a good drive back to the farm. Check out that place over there. That's a good looking place. I need to look into that. Alright, we're just coming over the train tracks here back into the farm. We gotta move some things around. We have a mulcher that we were able to pick up on sale, and that's going to be exactly what we need to make sure we get everything out of these fields that we can. I did a little test with it before I ran back over to finish up cultivating, but our John Deere here doesn't have enough weight on the front. Now we'd have to get a weight in order to run this, but I'm trying to be as frugal as possible and save as much money as I can, and only really buying the equipment that we need. So I'm going to back this up to the planter because I don't think we'll need down pressure in the front to run this. And we have that planting contract up there, and then we got fields that we got to plant of our own. Alright, that took all the seed that we had. I'll have to check and see how much we have total inside of our planter right now and see how far we can go. Alright, looks like we have 78%. That should be enough seed for us. Definitely is going to be enough seed for the field that we have. We'll have to try to make sure we get all of our contracts done before we plant grass in our field so we have enough seed to be able to plant everything. Alright, I just backed everything back in here. We're just going to leave this right here out of the rain. We're going to run back over there and hook up to the Challenger. Well, I don't think you can mulch in the rain, so I think we're going to have to wait for this to pass on by. Well, we came back out here and got the tractor because the rain doesn't look like it's going to stop. Looks like we're going to have to pick back up tomorrow. Kind of lost most of the afternoon today. Well, let's run back to the house and hit the hay for the evening and pick it back up in the morning. Alright, it's nice and early in the morning. Sun shining again. Things should have dried out a little bit overnight. We'll be able to get back into it. Okay, that's got that field mulched. The one in the middle has already been plowed, so I can't mulch it. So we'll see what ends up happening with that, whether we get a better yield or a lesser yield on which field, depending on what we did. The field in the end got mulched when we harvested it because we mulched it by throwing the chaff all over the field, and that gave it a mulched condition, which helps fertilize it over the winter. Then this one I had to run the mulcher through because you had to do that in order to get that state. So we're going to pull this up here and we're going to go over to that field over there, which we weren't able to get anything off of. But we're going to mulch that field, and then we'll come back and we'll grab a subsoiler, which should help us with the plowed condition because all these fields will need to be plowed. Okay, that was a big field there, but we're finally done. We're going to fold this back up and take it back to the farm. And I think we're going to run up and get our cultivating contract finished so we can get that out of the way. I'll meet you up at the other field. This looks like a good place for this. What do you think? I think we're going to drop it right down here. Get in the barn so we see what we're doing. Back it up a little bit. Oh, real close. Drop it down. Nope, not unfold it. Drop it down. Unhook right there. Okay. Well, I don't think we need anything else from here. We just got to get up the road, so I'll meet you up there. That's a real nice part of the area up here. I do like coming up here to run contracts. Maybe if we get ahead of the game, we can buy a farm up here, or just buy some fields up here, maybe stretch our legs a little bit. Something for the future. We'll think about it. Okay, we're pulling back up to the field here. Our cultivator's right there. I think we're just going to hook up and just get right into it and get this field cultivated and get that contract finished. Oh man, that took a little while. That's another one done. I think we're going to try to take this contract, get the funds from that, and then we're going to move up to the big field and drop the cultivator off like we did last time. There we go. You can see it collected just over $4,000. So that works out pretty good for us. We are making money, but we are having to spend money. That's just kind of the way it goes, I think. When you're trying to get yourself set up to do the best that you can, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money, even though that's not really what you want to do. Let's get up to the other field and drop this off and then get back home, because we're gonna need to plow those fields under that we mulched and get ready to plant them. So let's get on the road again and enjoy the views and get on to our next job. Well, I can't believe it. It's just another field that ended up not being taken off. I really gotta find out what's going on around here. Just doesn't seem like anything's getting done. Doesn't seem like a lot of harvests is getting done either. Well, we're gonna park this right here and then get back to the farm. This is a job we're gonna do, I think, early in the morning. We're gonna start up and then hopefully finish before lunch, because this is a big job that we gotta do. All right, we're headed on the road. We'll see you back at the farm. All right, we're pulling back into farm here. I wonder if I brought back the subsoiler from the dealership. We found one in the classifieds. I think we're going to be utilizing that quite a bit. Doesn't look like it. I might need to run down and get that. Alright, we're going to get back on the road and head down to the dealership and get some of our other equipment that we need. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we got our subsoiler from the dealership. Again, we picked up from local classifieds. This is probably all we could handle. I don't think we could get anything bigger than this, and it's even kind of tricky to get down the road. I read through the manual, and we should have just enough horsepower to pull this thing, and we should be able to plow under our fields, and it will give us that plowed condition that we need. If we don't plow these under, we're going to be losing out a little bit, and we need to make sure we're doing everything we can to get the most output. Alright, we're pulling up the field that we already have mulched, because when we harvested it, the chaff out of the combine mulched the field, so we got that condition already. But what I learned is that you have to mulch it before you plow it. So the field to the right has already been plowed, so we couldn't mulch that. And then the field that we took off the wheat and got the straw off of, we mulched that ourselves. So this does give us a little bit of a test to kind of see what we get when we plant our grass and do our silage for our wrapped bales. So let's get in and plow this field under with our subsoiler. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of pass here and see what kind of state we get and see what the PDA tells us when we do a little sample. All right, that's one lap around the field, and it definitely looks like it gave us the plowed condition, or at least doesn't need plowed anymore. And it is mulched, so we're well on our way. I think that's gonna be it for today. We did a little bit of work here and there, and we got all of our fields that could be mulched, and all we need to do is get them plowed, but that's going to be a lot of work, and I think that's going to take us quite a bit of work. I might do it off camera, or I might put field 2 in as just a full time-lapse video. We'll see what happens, but I think that's it for me today. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and watching along, and we're going to take and tackle this large field up here early in the morning, and we'll take that will be one whole video as well, but it won't be along with the series here. But when I see you again, I'm pretty sure these will mostly be ready to be planted, and that's the goal. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Take care now.